table too, Mike.
Yeah.
The company at this table, you guys, we were at to my right was Bill Nye the Science Guy. So I'm drinking wine with Bill Nye the Science Guy all night. Dream come true. I watched all of his shows growing up. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Bill. Oh God, Mike the best.
Classic.
Could you believe that? DJ Khaled and his wife, because we were invited by Ariana Huffington and her daughter. So our table is the weirdest table. So there's DJ Khaled, there's Bill Nye the Science Guy. Over on this side is Steve Aoki. Mike's next to me. And then on the other side, there's John Cena. I mean, this is the weirdest. I can't tell you. I don't know who does the seating at these events, but they
have fun doing it, though.
They were like, let's put this together. And Steve was telling me how he throws cakes at his audience. And I was like, I'm a baker. I make cakes. And he was like, I throw them into the audience.
Steve Aoki straight up throws cakes at the audience.
Isn't that wild, you guys?
He's
That's
a sniper
so
at that, too.
wild. Do you think he... Oh, wow. Someone said... Oh, my God, you guys are... It's moving so fast. I literally couldn't even...
Ro's been gardening too much to keep up with this.
I literally cannot believe that. I know. Our lives have been so crazy because of YouTube. Like, someone said that is the weirdest table, but also sounds like this so much fun. It was. Literally, you guys, the opportunities that started coming in for me were so many and so vast. Like, the first celebrity to ever reach out to me was Whoopi Goldberg. Like, Whoopi invited me on her show to bake cupcakes with Chrissy Teigen. That was incredible. And Whoopi flew in me and my sister, and like she invited us to her dressing room, and it was so sweet. And she like gave us advice, and she even told my sister, she was like, I love you guys working together. That was so special, Mike. That was like, wow. And I've just had so many other things like that, you guys. Like, I got invited to go bake with Rachel Ray and go on it was the Ryan and Kelly show. Then when we went on, but how many times have we been on that show? 4?
Something like that.
4 times. And then Home and Family has invited me on their morning show, because Hallmark Home and Family they used to have a daily morning show, and it filmed on the back lot of Universal Studios, the Home and Family house, and I almost felt like I worked there. It was, we were, I guess, so many times. It was in the I can't even remember how many times I've been on that show. One time it was so special, but the host of that show actually invited Mike and I to their wedding. And we just gotten to know each other over the years, and it was just a really genuine repertoire that we had built. And I always hope that that's going to happen when I'm working with people, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm back in kindergarten. But when you're working at a new job and you don't always make a friend, but you're hoping to make a friend, that's how I always feel when I work on projects. And so I was just so excited because I worked there with them for years, like being a guest on their show. And it was just a real honor to get invited. That was just really special to me. So that was a great show. Just so many blessings. And then we got 2 Food Network shows and an HBO show. And we got a call one time that was like, hey, do you want to come be a guest judge on Nailed It? And I love that show on Netflix. It's so funny with all the bakers, Mike, who don't have that much experience baking. They try to recreate these like elaborate things in like not enough time.
And they don't give them enough time at all.
No, and it's just a disaster, and it's so funny. It's one of the funniest baking shows. The humor is just, it's like the meme Nailed It. I mean, it's just like the name.
That's where they got
it's literally, it's just so funny. If you need something lighthearted, if you're ever in a mood, like, that's a great show. That always raises my spirits, makes me laugh. I like that show a lot. But someone said, which administration invited you to the White House? It was Obama. Yeah, Obama invited us to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and the meeting we had with was actually when Joe was a vice president, and we met with him when he was vice president. That was just such a day, Mike. I can't believe that actually happened. I just learned so much. Wow, and DC was amazing. I squeezed in time I just got a hair of time. I didn't get a lot, but I went to the museum and they had an exhibit on Julia Child. They had a Julia Child exhibit. That one of the greatest things, oh my gosh, in DC is they have so many like free museums that you can go to. There's so many of them. Mike, and the statues, it's just...
Well, DC was cool other than the bathroom peeper.
Oh, the bathroom peeper was... Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you guys,
that was insane.
We went to a restaurant. The food's great in DC
true story.
too.
This is literally
we
a true
went
story.
to a restaurant. I had to potty, so Molly came with me because we always girl code. We always stay together. So we go to the bathroom, and when we walked in the bathroom, there was feet in one of the stalls, and I assumed it's a woman because we're in the women's bathroom. As you do. And so I go in one of the stalls. Molly has to help me unzip because I'm wearing this like bodysuit dress. So I have to unzip, fully like take all my clothes off, go to the bathroom. And then the feet were shuffling around. And then I didn't really notice because I'm going to the bathroom. But then all of a sudden, my sister goes, "What are you doing?" And she yelled it. And I look over. The feet are gone. So I'm just like, what? And then I look up. There was a dude looking over the top, like just staring at me. And my sister is clocking it. My sister was like literally trying to pull up her pants and come get this guy, because my sister's a badass. And he was a peeper in the bathroom. This dude runs out of the bathroom. My sister is chasing after him. And I don't know what she said to you. Mike is outside the door. He's like in the hallway waiting for us. What did she say to you?
It was something like he was in there looking at us, or like she said. I can't remember exactly. She said something that was like he wasn't supposed to be in there, obviously. And I saw him run out the door. It was
so creepy.
Because Ro has to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes because of her tiny bladder, and so I'm used to just waiting outside the door for her.
And I like to stay hydrated.
And so we were getting lunch before going to see the vice president of the United States
at a very nice restaurant. This was a very nice restaurant. It was not like a hole in the wall.
Yeah, and so I literally chased this guy. Restaurant. I'm in my nicest suit because I'm literally seeing the vice president of the United States.
I never seen Mike move that fast. He literally looked like a Bond agent.
So I chased this guy.
He has this black and white suit with his tie. Mike, you look so good.
And my dress shoes and everything.
Wow. And you chased him down. Mike chased him out of the restaurant, down the street.
Like it was a fucking movie. I'm not even joking.
Jumps on a bus.
A bus pulls up on the corner of the street.
He jumps
opens
in
the door.
Bus.
He jumps in
Mike
like a movie.
Them.
And I jump on the bus with him and I stand in the doorway.
Mike, that's
badass.
Badass.
And he sat in the front row like a noob. And so I'm standing in the doorway and I told the bus driver, he was just creeping on my girlfriend, give me a sec. And the bus driver's like, oh my God, not again. And so
Mike takes his phone and made sure that the guy didn't record us or take pictures of us. But Mike, I thank you. That was
so my only regret is I should have kept his phone and gave it to the police. But in that moment, I was like, well, there's no photos. Obviously, my adrenaline's going, so I just chased this guy. I'm holding up a bus.
Yeah.
And we literally were going to see the vice president in like 5 minutes. So I had to like quickly make a decision. So my decision at the time was look through his phone. There was no photos, and
I appreciate you doing that. People are so wild. Did you hear? This was years ago, but did you hear the news about a porta potty peeper?
Oh my God, you told me about this like 20 years ago.
It's so creepy, you guys. There was this guy who is a peeper. It's like a real problem, I guess. Like for people who peep, I guess it's really like a psychological issue, but it's still creepy and weird, and he's a creeper. And there was a women's like yoga retreat, Mike. Some kind of like
an event?
Pilates retreat. No, it was like a weekend event, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. So there's all these women and porta potties, and this guy, to peep on women, he went in the porta potty. Y'all,
Like in
he
the
went
poop. Like
in the poop. Like he went in the pee-pee, in the poop. He went in the toilet and he was in there. And so he said sometimes you have to put up with the poop to see the beautiful flowers.
Oh my God, that's the most
He said
disgusting
some
thing.
disgusting thing in the interview. You can Google this. It is creepy. And he said he got in trouble before for peeping at Target. I
Once
can't.
a peeper, always a
And
peeper. That's what I
literally,
say.
in the news, they call him the porta potty peeper. Like, you know how serial killers get nicknames?
Yeah.
Well, apparently peepers get nicknames, and he's the porta potty peeper because he went in the porta potty. And I guess how he got caught was a girl went in there, and he said his biggest mistake is he started moving, and he shouldn't have moved. He's
Shouldn't
got
have sloshed around in the
he
poop.
has to stay very still. So this woman goes into a porta potty, sits on the porta potty with that big hole with all that poop down there. She's going to the bathroom, and she said she stood up and she saw him move. She saw a person, eyeballs in the poop, moving, and she screamed and ran out and got security immediately. And they literally had to pull him out. He was covered in poop, and handcuff him, bring him in. Michael, I can't.
I mean, I haven't verified this story by looking it up, but Rose
Go
swears.
Google, Mike.
Swears
This is
the
a
porta
real
potty
story.
peeper is real.
My sister and I talk about this because it gave me a nightmare. Okay, it was like, and I am already, you know, I'm not like I don't love porta potties. I'm also.
I don't think anybody does, except for the porta potty peeper, I guess.
I'm not a prude, you know. If we're out hiking or camping, and I gotta go in one of those. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
It's not. But now, Mike, after that article came out, and it was in the news, it was everywhere. Okay, I was like, I always look in there now because I'm like, porta potty peepers exist because I got peeped on, even in a fancy restaurant in DC.
Yeah.
I got peeped on in a beautiful built like. So I'm like, now I'm like, oh my gosh, women even have to check porta potties.
You gotta check the poop.
These creeps need to quit. Okay, these creeps.
They gotta stop.
Can't they Google it? You know, like they like peeping.
No, it's
Can't
the
they
thrill
do
of
it?
being in the poop. You don't understand. It's the thrill. And how does he breathe? Does he have a little straw that he like sucks air out of?
Such weirdos, Mike. I mean, just
don't
make
know.
like a virtual reality for these weirdos so they could just go in their little world and go sit in a toy, whatever they want to do.
Yeah. I love the people
No.
joining chat right now who are like, what did we miss?
What did we miss? This is such a weird conversation. I 100% agree with you. And it's also, I've been gardening. There's LA fires all around us, but we're in a safe zone.
We are. And I keep checking. We're
Yeah,
still in a
we don't
safe
have
zone.
to evacuate. We packed bags and I did a little gardening because I have really high anxiety and I'd like to leave, but Mike would like to stay and hose off a fire.
And we are
Okay.
in a safe zone.
Mike keeps saying
You're in a
we're
safe
safe.
zone.
We're safe. And I'm freaking out a little bit. One could say.
Yeah, we are completely
One
fine.
could say I would like a comfort pizza.
Hey, now we're talking.
Are we?
Now we're talking.
Are we talking comfort food dinner?
After a long day of gardening,
After a long day of gardening, are we going to have a pizza?
I love that for us.
I love that for us too. Oh my gosh. How's the project going in your backyard? Mike, what project? Is this the studio?
Maybe the studio?
The studio's done.
And we've been using it a lot.
Yeah, we've been using it a lot. And I can't remember if we're doing any other projects. Are we?
Nothing in the backyard, I don't think.
Are we?
Life is always a project, you know?
True that. There's a bunch of things I want to do around the studio. Like I want to put in these teeny little like white, cute picket fence gates, just very, very small size actually, just on the sides of the studio so that the dogs won't go back there. Because sometimes they'll just go back there, Mike, and they just get into everything.
They're
And
crazy with that.
we have these squirrels that drop things into our yard. And usually it's just oranges, which is fine. Dogs can have a bite of orange and be all right. But sometimes these squirrels bring in all these weird nuts and stuff that are toxic to dogs, and they drop them
They've been dropping them everywhere.
along that fence line. And I can't, you know, I can't clean. I can't keep up with these squirrels. Okay, this is squirrel talk. This is for my.
Okay, this guy in
This is
chat.
for my squirrel friends.
This guy in chat has been saying for like an hour straight.
What? What do you say?
Mike, or maybe it's probably a lady. Sorry. Mike is literally Spencer Reed. LOL. Is that a compliment or an insult?
Who is Spencer Reed?
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I don't know who that is.
I mean, I'm used to mostly insults, so
Mike,
they're saying I'm literally this person.
You're literally Spencer Reed. Who's Spencer Reed?
It's REID.
I don't know.
Reed?
I don't know
Reed?
who Spencer Reed is.
RE.
I think I'm spelling this
You
wrong.
definitely spelled it completely wrong, but that's fine. Who is this guy? Because I'm literally him.
Mike. He's a TV character.
Okay.
So he is Criminal Minds. But
People like that show, right?
oh yeah, Criminal Minds is a great show, Mike. Oh wait,
I mean, he looks fit.
let me read the fandom here, Mike, to you
For Spencer Reed.
because I'm such a great reader.
Yeah.
So let me read you
About Mr. Reed.
let me tell you a
Especially
tale.
after you're exhausted from all your gardening.
I'm exhausted from gardening. Let me tell you a tale. Okay, this is like a lot of detail.
Well, according to them, I am literally him.
Oh, Mike, it says you're brilliant.
Hey!
Reed is noted for he's a little socially awkward but prodigal
That tracks.
brilliance. Prodigal.
Prodigal?
Mike, what is this word?
Prodigal.
say?
Prodigal? That's how I'd say it.
No,
Prodigal?
Prodigal. I think
It's like prodigy.
Oh, whoa, Mike, that's a big compliment. Oh my
I'm
gosh, that's
prodigal.
so sweet.
I'm prodigal
I
and
do-
socially awkward.
Mike, you know what I will say? I do like really smart people. I do like geniuses.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. I have a type. Except for that one guy in college. Don't judge me, Mike, and don't say his name. It is so fun to say, but don't do it. You made fun of me. This
Okay.
one, Mike.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. How would I get that from your hand signal?
Because we used to do that all the time.
I didn't know there was a hand signal.
Michael, I can't believe you forgot. You
I-
remember the first bed we bought, but not our fun little hand signal we did?
Such
a
What?
dude.
No, we didn't even do the hand signal.
Such
It's
a
you and
dude.
your person you're talking about.
No.
It's not even me.
No, we used to do it. I'm
If you
over
say
this
so.
conversation. I love you. I'm over this conversation. Mike, do you remember what our second bed was?
Second bed?
Yeah, because
It's probably like
I
one of
literally
the tufted ones.
I
or
literally cannot remember. Oh my god, it
like
was.
Pottery Barn or something.
Yeah, it was the Pottery Barn cream tufted one with a
Yeah.
really high headboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we finally moved out. When we were in a 3-bedroom apartment with 6 people, and they had 3 cats. We didn't have any animals, so the roommates had 3 cats between everybody, and it was so crowded. We had one little refrigerator, and I was trying to do a baking show, and I could not like freeze or chill my cakes or my cupcakes. There was no room with 6 people with one little fridge. And it was a mini size fridge. Like I had to order it.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like a full.
Yeah, it wasn't a full size fridge. It was like a really small fridge in our first little like townhouse apartment that we had, because that's all we could afford, and it was right underneath the freeway, so it was all dusty and gross and. Ugh. Anyways, so we finally moved out into a different apartment, and we got that bed.
Someone said they haven't watched you in 6 years, and you haven't changed at all.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Or you look the same.
That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. I feel like my face has changed a lot. I feel like I have good skin, but I feel it's just the shape of it has changed. Gravity is a factor, and also hormones. When you change age, you actually start holding fat in different places.
That is true.
That is a fun thing for you guys to know about the future.
Your body's like, let's try and store some over here.
Yeah, it will start storing fat in places it never stored before. And this is another true story, you guys. We went to Hawaii. I went out to dinner with my friend and their friend, and Mike was there. It was the 4 of us. And I gained 10 pounds. Okay, I get it. I got a little chubby. But we go to dinner and they were like, Ro, did you get cheek implants? I was like, no, I just got fat. Give me a break. I wasn't even that fat. I was just a little curvy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just a little curvaceous. But yeah, I hold my weight in my cheeks a lot.
My favorite is when they're like, oh my God, her whole face is plastic surgery. It's a botched job. And it's just like, I just got
so
chubby.
mean. I just got fat. Yeah, it's just like so mean. I remember like the comments on some of my videos, Mike, were like, well, look at all that plastic surgery. I was like, I just gained 10 pounds. That's so rude. Mike, the only thing that I did do to my face is I tried that filler. And I talked about on my lips. I talked about this on the podcast Ridiculous, my podcast called Ridiculous, with one of my friends, Jared, who came over. He's a fellow Italian. We love him. We were talking about it and I told him I like to use his products. Like this is a little travel size one, but I have a bigger one, but it's Polite Society. Oh, I did a little kiss. And I like the plumpers because I dissolved my filler. And I told him that the tea with that is that I used to have a friend who I don't hang out with anymore, I don't talk to anymore, who brought me to get my lips done. And she told another mutual friend that she brought me in to get my lips done to make me look bad. She purposely said like, yeah, overfill them and do this, will look so good. And basically just like gassing me up and stuff, and then was told a mutual friend that they were doing it kind of like maliciously, like on purpose to like, and then our mutual friend showed me all the tea. So, and I was like, okay, now we don't hang out anymore. So there was a time on my channel where I had very big lips. They were like, Mike, probably this big.
They were like sea cucumbers. They were pretty big.
Yeah, they were really big. So what I did is I just dissolved all the filler in my lips, which was really painful. I had to do it in multiple sessions. I took it slow because it's acid and it burns and I have a really high pain tolerance, and even tears came out. No noise though, Mike. I held it in.
Yeah.
But it really, really hurt. Yeah, so anyways, that's the only thing that I've ever done to my face. I have never had plastic surgery on my face, ever. I've been really open about that. The only thing I've ever done was remove my augmentation and just do natural tissue. So that's it. Plus, I tried filler on my lip, and it was awful. It was terrible. I don't recommend it. I regretted it. I was told it would dissolve, like, over time because it would metabolize like Botox does. Botox metabolizes every 3 months. If you get Botox, I do for migraines. That's how I started. And it metabolizes very quickly. Like I wish it was permanent. Then I wouldn't have to keep going. Mike, I'm so over going quarterly. It's like, it does work for migraines, but you have to keep up on the treatments. Like if you don't do it, then like if you skip quarterly, then you know, they're active again.
I mean, the good news is if they mess it up, at least it
metabolizes and it fixes itself. Yeah, but the filler, the kind they put in me, didn't. And it doesn't do that. And they said it did, and it did not. And there is like, now they have different kinds of fillers and stuff now. But then that's what happened. So I had to go in and get it all. So anyways, my face is now my own. 100% my own. This is my own natural face, and as you'll notice, like my lips aren't perfectly even. They never were, they never have been. Like my face is, I think, symmetrical-ish, pretty symmetrical, but there's imperfections, and that is natural. So like this side, my lip is just a little smaller, and this side it's just a little bigger, but that is how my lips naturally look. So they aren't perfectly symmetrical. It's all me now, which back when I got filler for the first time, and I was like so nervous of what I look like because I hadn't really processed it. And I came home and Mike's face told me it all. I was like, hey, Mike. And he looked at me like this. And I was like, oh shit. That's not the face that you want to see when you come back from doing a beauty treatment. That is the exact opposite. So dang it. And I was like, well, maybe they're just swollen. Maybe they'll just go down. No, that did not. I was like, and every month I'd be like, you think they're going to go down yet? Like, they did not. Yeah, so that's my stupid story about that. I have a lot of stupid stories. I have so many.
I have a lot of stupid
I
stories.
really do. What is he pretending to work on? Oh, he's not pretending to work. He's gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Mike literally could retired 10 years ago, you guys. So just so you know. I call him Old Man Mike, even though he's younger than me. He's 3 years younger than me. But when I met, I just thought he was older because he was managing so many people, and he did his own channel, and he was a professional game caster, and he had built this company and it sold. So I just thought like he just seemed so mature. He just was like building businesses and things. So when he just kind of stopped doing that, I mean, that he's not somebody that can ever, I think, retire. I just think he always needs to be busy and doing something and building something. And so he started managing my channel and then helped me with everything we were doing, because there was a lot. We were producing a lot of, like on the HBO show, you'll see our names as executive producers. I didn't just host and judge it. We also executive produced it. So there's just like a lot of projects like that. Like, you know, he's executive produced an HBO show behind the scenes. He's more behind the scenes now, but I keep telling him he should start gaming on his channel again. I think it would be really fun. And I think there's a bunch of your guy friends that would love to game with you. I bet it's like been a minute. I bet they would just love it. Like,
Yeah.
did Victor, would he love it?
He doesn't like classic WoW, but
Oh, he doesn't like classic WoW.
we have other
Excuse
games
me.
we can play too.
Oh, okay. You have other games you guys can play.
And plus, he
together.
plays Alliance like a nerd, and I play Horde like a
Wow.
Giga Chad. So
What's a Giga Chad?
someone who's super cool, you know, obviously.
What? So Chads are cool? Because a
Being
Giga
a
is
Giga
a
Chad,
big,
you know?
a big Chad.
You just want to be a Giga Chad.
A Giga Chad. What's the opposite of that? Alliance.
Yeah,
What's the opposite?
pretty much.
Oh, did I just do? I did a good diss. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, no, but what is the opposite of a Giga Chad?
maybe like a beta cuck or something. I don't know.
What the heck is a beta?
I don't know. People be taking this stuff
You
way
mean
too
beta?
serious.
Oh my gosh, do you mean beta?
Beta.
Alpha, beta?
I think so.
Well, those are just Greek words, right?
I mean, yeah.
Aren't they
pretty
the
much.
Greek system or whatever? Numeric
Yeah.
system?
Ever since the internet became mainstream, people take their personality identities way too serious.
You know what I think when I think of those words? I think of the military. You know when they're like Gamma Alpha Beta Code 569er. It
Yeah.
reminds me of military talk. So I don't think of like Alpha Beta. You're thinking like primal stuff. Alpha Beta, is that what they're
I
saying?
don't know. People take it way too serious.
They really do, because they even call generations, like my little nephews, Greason and Graham. They're 2 and 6, so they're Generation Alpha. And then now people being born today are going to be Generation Beta. And I'm like, that's so cool and organized. It's like sounds very military-like, and I like it. What's going to be the next one? Ooh, might Google it. What's going to be the next one?
Didn't they name it already? And it wasn't it like?
Wait, what is it?
What's
Do you guys know?
after-
Chat, let me know.
I think
What
I
is
have
the
a
next
follow
one?
on. They're calling it Generation Beta.
Someone said never. That's what I just said. Alpha, beta.
Yeah, they're calling it Generation Beta, so everyone's gonna make fun of them forever
Why are they going to make fun of them?
because they're betas. Like Gen Alpha is going to always make fun of Gen Betas.
Why?
Because people are terrible. I'm telling you, this is a terrible name. We need to overrule this immediately.
Well, oh, because they're thinking of it the primal way?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, I'm Alpha, you're
Like
Beta.
the alpha in the
Eh.
group and then a beta,
That's all
not
they're gonna do.
actually what they
That's
are.
all they're gonna do.
Well, did you know that a bunch of those like scientists were saying that like a lot of people in the packs where they thought there was an alpha and then beta roles, they were actually wrong?
Yeah, I did hear that. I think
Yeah,
the original
they
study
were
on
like-
wolves was actually inaccurate.
Yeah, the study on wolves was like inaccurate. So That makes it even dumber.
I know.
That makes
People are
it
so
even
stupid.
stupider. And you know what I was thinking, Mike?
No idea.
Made me think about hyenas. You want to hear something cool about hyenas, Mike?
This is a gardening thought, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a gardening thought. Okay, so you know, like pack of wolves, they thought that there was an alpha and a whole bunch of betas. Well, apparently that study was like wrong, and it doesn't really work like that. So, in a pack of wolves, but this is what is really cool, Mike, is that hyena packs are ran by all females.
I didn't know that.
Hyenas, the lowest ranking female outranks the highest ranking male. That are hyenas. And I think that's cool. Also, lionesses are the huntresses. Those male lions just really
They
do a
literally just
lot
lay
of
around
nothing.
all day.
They do a lot of nothing. And then they fight other dudes.
And they eat their babies.
Oh my God. Yeah. And they eat the mommy's babies. And that's just so gross. Oh God. What monsters.
What's too much testosterone?
Too much testosterone.
Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat your children. That's what the big cats are thinking.
I'm like, really? Kitty cat? You don't want that? How are you going to survive as a species?
I don't know. Nature's wild.
You know,
Not a lot of adoptions happening in the big cat world.
no wonder they're going extinct. So
That's
learn
the
from
reason.
the
That's the
big
reason.
cats. Well, there's a lot of reasons, but Mike, learn from the big cats. Don't be like these lions. Don't be like these lions, because a pack of hyenas will take you down. Mike, they're vicious. Have you seen them?
Oh, is this my live stream now?
Yeah, okay, Mike, here, you live stream. I'm gonna go potty.
Hey guys. Okay, so someone was asking, does Snapchat creator program pay well? I think so.
I have no idea.
Snapchat's not really our focus. I think our Snapchat is monetized, but it's not really our focus. We have
I don't think our Twitter's monetized, but it made $26.
Oh yeah, Twitter monetization used to be decent, and now it literally is a joke. You'll get like 100 million views, and they will send you $20. It's like, wow, this is really a sustainable career right here, as being a professional tweeter. Although if you are wanting to be a professional tweeter, I think you should reevaluate your priorities, if we're being completely honest. What's word on the fire? Well, we are currently in a good spot. We did get a warning before, but we were not in an evacuation zone. And I've been checking a lot, and I have the news on my computer too. And I think my gut feeling is tonight is like the first night where they're going to make progress. So obviously there's still fires, and there's still homes being lost, and there's still whatever. But I think since the winds aren't like 80, 90 miles an hour like they were a day or two ago, and they're able to get the planes in the air to drop all the water and everything, I think this is like the first night that they're going to be making progress. And so that gives me hope that nothing else crazy is going to happen. I know a bunch of like the extra firefighters and stuff are coming in from like Oregon and different states. I think Washington, and they may even be sending the National Guard. So I think especially once all those people arrive, I think we're actually going to be making a lot of progress. But the devastation is crazy. Like if you haven't looked up the Palisades helicopter shots of the devastation, it literally is like the entire town is just gone. It's like not technically every single house, but some of the shots, it sure looks like every single house. So it's absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. We've been in, LA 15, 16, 17 years, something like that, and have never seen anything quite like this. The Malibu fires a couple years ago were pretty bad, but I think this is probably worse, and it's pretty crazy. We are very blessed in that we are in a safe spot, and I've been checking it nonstop for like 2-3 days. So thankfully we are in a safe spot, and we do have our stuff packed if we do have to go. But like looking at it right now, it's still the same. The Eaton fire seems to still be kind of going crazy, which is wild. But as of right now, we are in good shape. And yeah, just looking at the news, they're
Okay, Mike,
continuing to say that.
think I'm gonna need a pizza.
I think we have a frozen one we can make.
Mike, I'm so sorry, but we're gonna have to have a pizza. You know why? But let me say bye to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, bye, you guys. I just I just had to go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. I'm glad you got to hang out with Mike, though. He's the best. I wish everybody could have a Mike. Honestly, he's
Go find yourself a
so
Mike, I guess.
smart, and he's just so logical, and I find him so funny because I'm so emotional. Like one time we were in Mexico and there was a hurricane, and I was hearing splashing
This is
against
also
the
a true
window,
story.
and I was like, I'd had a few drinks. You know, we did tequila taste testing at dinner,
As you do.
as you do. When in Rome, you know.
No, you stayed hydrated. You were hydrated.
Oh, I stayed hydrated.
You were very
Right.
hydrated.
Exactly. I had a fabulous night. We partied so hard, and then we're going to bed, and I'm hearing like it sounded like the ocean slapping against our windows. Like it sounded like waves like hitting the windows, and I was like, Mike, are we in a storm? And he was like, no, it's just the wind probably. He doesn't tell me. Like, what class category hurricane was outside of our, and it was the ocean slapping against our window, and the entire floor of the hotel was soaking wet because it was water. Mike, because the hotel
And the all the people for this event, you're part of the event.
it
wasn't
was
even finished
gorgeous.
Yet. Yeah, it was amazing.
So pretty,
It
but
was amazing. We were literally like peeling off the plastic off of like the toilet.
Yeah,
It was, like,
they
it
had never,
literally
like-
never been used.
it was brand new.
But yeah, so Rose like trying to drift off to sleep, and she's like, "Wow, it seems windy, and like, do I
I
hear
was
the
like,
ocean?"
Mike,
Like,
I feel like I hear the ocean.
and I was like, "No, it's fine. So Rose goes to bed. I Google it. Yeah, it was a Category 2 hurricane. We had no idea it was coming, and at that point, I'm like, "Well, we're in it, and we're already in the hotel, and it's not like we can just like leave." So I was just like, "We're gonna let her sleep."
I feel like he is too calm all the time. Like,
And it was fine. It was fine. Because in a lot of those situations,
fine.
you're gonna get yourself in more trouble trying to like freak out and do something without thinking it through. And nobody at the hotel seemed concerned. And so I feel like that was the right choice. There was no evacuation or anything. Everybody was fine.
There's a Category 2 hurricane outside of our hotel, and Mike just tells me, "Yeah, it's probably the wind." It's probably the wind.
It was fine.
It's probably the wind. Mike, that's so you.
Yeah.
That's so you. Okay, Mike, can we get a pizza?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I am going to go get a pizza. Bro has 2017 Justin Bieber hair.
Yes. Whoa, whoa.
I think his hair is longer. Mike, show him how long
Wait,
your
no,
hair is.
you know what I gotta do? I gotta be like,
Justin Bieber's hair wasn't that long.
I gotta be the budget.
2017.
Was it XQC?
Let me see.
QXC?
Who's that?
QBC? What's his name?
I thought
or
he
the-
looked
or
kind
the
of
budget
like
Pyrocynical.
Machine Gun Kelly. Oh yeah, I guess you kind of do, huh?
Do I
Are you
look
doing
more
it-
like XQC?
Yeah, you got to do like a center part.
Or do I look more like Pyrocynical?
I don't know. I think I'm getting them confused. I don't think in my head I can keep them separate. Hold on. Wait.
What's his name? XQC? CVS?
We're going to figure it out, Mike. Hold
HGTV?
on.
XQC? Is it XQC?
I don't know.
Or are you looking at Justin Bieber hair?
I'm looking at Justin Bieber hair. Hold on. I'm trying to see how your hair looks. Justin Bieber's. Or as Mike calls him, J Money. Let's see.
I love some J
Oh,
Money.
Mike, that's good hair. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
but he
vibe.
does dark roots. You have light roots.
I mean, I've had dark roots
So,
before, just if I can't get
Right
them.
here, everybody. There it is. Boom.
What music was he making back then?
I don't know.
Because it wasn't his baby. That was
Voice
young.
of an angel. I don't know. Maybe it was Sorry.
Is it too late to say I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was.
What's the
I
next
think
line?
that was it. Before he had this haircut, we got that one. That one. The Smosh guys had that one.
Yeah, that was the
Remember?
Smosh haircut, for
Smosh.
sure.
That was the Smosh haircut. Yeah.
So the thing about XQC, someone saying I should
There's-
pretend to be him. If you want to be XQC, Is that even his name? I don't even know. Hold on. Is that X?
That's not his name. There's no way that's his name. It's probably
No, it's
just a gamer.
XQC. I totally look more like XQC than he does.
But what's his name?
Felix. He's a Felix.
Like PewDiePie?
Like PewDiePie. It says he's Canadian on here.
It's another Felix.
But the thing
It's a
about
great
him
name. I love
is
that
he
name.
has managed to be like one of the top 3 streamers or something crazy.
Oh wow, that's
Dude's
impressive.
making what, 30, 40 million a year. No one has any idea what he's saying. No one can actually understand him. So I have a theory.
What do you mean no one can
have
understand
a theory
him?
about XQC is that since no one can understand what he's saying,
They don't speak the same language?
no one knows what language he speaks. Literally no one knows what language he speaks.
Are you joking with me right now?
But the thing is I think since no one understands him, they just project what they think, like what they want to hear, they project onto what he's saying. I'm not kidding. Like watch
Someone
an XQC
said it's
video.
not a Canadian accent.